Hey guys. Oh wait, hold on a second. I want to take this mask off. Now, we're wearing these normally during the day. This way you can see me talk and you might be able to hear me a little bit better. But we are practicing all of our social distancing. Wendy's over there. I have my distance and I have my mask on when I'm associating with Wendy. I'm Steve, by the way, and welcome to Zoo EDventures. Today, so crazy cool, we're a cougar, or mountain lion, or puma, or catamount. Yeah, I don't know, right? It's so many names for these guys, which is kind of neat. But we're going to go with cougar while we're here today. And the keepers are on habitat. I do want to share with you guys that we are here. By the way, how are y'all doing? You guys doing okay? I sure hope so. And here at the zoo, the keepers are doing their best to continue to take care of these animals in that utmost way that they can. Over here on the left is Dana. Dana's putting a big, there, thanks Dana. Putting a ball up there. It's full of food. It was nice to talk to Dana and Audrey a little bit earlier today. Audrey's back in the back there. They're actually scattering little mice. Now the mice are not alive, so the animals can forage and look for them. Again, that's enrichment. So trying to provide these opportunities for the animals to do things they might be doing in the wild. We're really hoping one of their enrichment pays off. You guys are going to get a kick out of it when it happens. So that was, again, Dana and Audrey. We appreciate those guys coming out and scattering food. You may notice some of this stuff up here. The zoo doesn't just care about the animals under their care. We care about the native wildlife as well. So all of this is there to hopefully protect the glass. I don't want to knock too hard, from bird strikes. So that's why you see the patterns up here. When to get a nice shot of those patterns. So it's just a way that we can hopefully prevent some bird strikes on these glass habitats that you see. So yeah, so we're over here at Cougar. And cougars are amazing cats. They're really kind of cool. They're native to the United States. And their range, get a map out. Check this out. Their range goes from Canada through the United States, Mexico, all the way down into southern South America. Right? From Canada to southern South America. And within that range, think of all those different habitats, all those different ecosystems, all those different places for the animals to live. You've got the mountains of the Rockies, you've got forests and jungles in South America, you've got colder habitats even further north into Canada. As a matter of fact, Dana was saying when we're cold, and it's a little chilly today here mid-April, when we're a little chilly, Heath, one of the cats, oh geez, holy cow, here they come. Perusing around, what's going on here? That happened so fast. Thanks again to Dana and Audrey now putting them out. I wish I could tell you who's who. I don't know them. This looks like Olive. She's the female. Olive and Heath, by the way, are brother and sister. They're about 6 years old. Olive here weighs in at around 110 pounds. Uh-oh, she spotted it. She weighs about 110 pounds. Watch this. Watch this. Amazing leapers. Ready? Whoa, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These guys can jump straight up in the air up to 18 feet. Whoa. Thank you, Olive. That was fantastic. Oh, you found your mouse. So again, that wonderful enrichment. That's a perfect example of providing enrichment that encourages the animals to perform a behavior like they might in the wild. And that was fantastic. You saw her jump. Oh, she found a bone as well. How cool was that? Both of them gnawing on a bone right now. That's a rib bone. Part of their diet, I'm kind of jumping around because it's like, whoa, what's going on? A lot of their diet are small rodents here at the zoo. A lot of the diet is rodents. They do get rabbit from time to time. And they get different bones as well. These are rib bones. They get femurs. They get big old knuckle bones. Their diet also includes fish, believe it or not. So they're getting that meat. They get a prepared diet as well. Fish and those rodents and even rabbit. The bones you see here, they'll gnaw on. They're keeping the teeth fresh and clean as well. And getting a little bit of meat off those bones. Hey, Wendy, check this out. Get over here so you guys can still see the cats as well. You know that's really why you tune in, to see the animals. But we try to sneak in some of the education as well. So these guys are meat eaters. Fancy science word. I know you guys know it. We've been talking about it a lot while we're here. They're carnivores. They're meat eaters. Exclusively, right? And here's the skull. It's a replica. Here's a replica skull of a cat, of a cougar. You can see it's not real big. Here's my hand in comparison, just to kind of get an idea of how big it is. Those killing teeth, those killing canines in the front, these are what they use to kill their prey. These teeth in the front, those incisors, those are more like cutting teeth. So we're going to cut off a piece of meat. And then they use these back teeth. They don't really have molars like you and I do. They have those carnassial teeth in the back, and they almost act like a pair of scissors. So they're able to get really close to a bone and get as much meat as they can off. They're also cutting that meat. Other things about the skull itself, eyes in front, that gives them that depth perception. They can really perceive distance with those eyes on the front. And then, as opposed to our herbivores, to have their eyes kind of on the side. I think we've mentioned that before, haven't we? The eyes on the side, so the herbivore doesn't have to turn its head all the time to look for prey, look for predators. These eyes in the front. It's kind of funky. Well, let's come back down to Heath and Olive for a second. Again, I told you they're about 6 years old. Olive is closer to you. She weighs in about 110. Again, brother and sister. Heath, a little bit further away, is about 140 pounds. These guys can get to be, maybe 6 or 8 feet long. That tail, I know you can see the tail, especially on Olive. About 1/3 of the length of the body. We'll talk about the importance of that tail in a little bit. But Olive and Heath came, their story is kind of unique. They came from Oregon. A hunter in Oregon was out and about and did legally, a hunter, not a poacher, a hunter had taken a female. And lo and behold, he realized that he had taken one that had kittens, or he assumed to have kittens. So to his credit, he went and found the kittens. You see the cat still looking around what's going on. Is she going to do it again? Good golly. Oh. Nice. One of the things that the keepers did tell us, that Dana told us, Melissa shared some information with us as well, was that Olive is much more of a problem solver. She's much more likely to really get into some of the enrichment that's provided by the keepers. Heath, maybe not so much going to be a problem solver, maybe not so much looking to figure out what's going on. Both are very playful, however, and they both, as all cats do, and you guys know this, they love to take their naps. Morning and later in the day, they're much more active. Not like that's like for everybody, right? It's funny in the cat world. They are, fancy science word, crepuscular. Crepuscular. Active at dawn and dusk. Is it still up there, Olive? No? Nothing up there still? Oh, Heath jumped up. So let's let me finish telling the story of the two of them. But when the hunter went out and he realized that the female was lactating, she had milk, he went out and found the kittens. When the kittens are born, by the way, they're covered in spots. They're covered in spots. And they have really pretty blue eyes. What a nice shot that is. So the hunter took them. Well, that's why that branch was like, whoa, what's going on? He's bouncing on it. Took them to a facility where they were actually raising up the 3 kittens that he found. Heath and Oliver here. Willow also came here for a while. So we had the 3 kittens. Some of you may remember that. They were all here. They were all on habitat at one point. Willow has been sent to another facility. She's gone to another zoo in Wisconsin where she found her perfect mate. How about that, huh? Perfect mate. Do you guys like that one? No? All right. Wendy didn't. She's shaking her head no. So Willow is no longer here, but we do have Heath and Olive. And as you might imagine, these are non-breeders. So a really great story, and it's awesome to be able to say that they did the right thing, right? They were out and about doing everything legally, realized what happened, went out and saved the kittens, and now all 3 are still with us as far as people, 2 here and 1 in Wisconsin. You see them climbing. Remember those habitats. They're found in so many varied habitats. Very good climbers. And you saw Olive's leaps. They can go 18 feet up. 18 feet up. That's like me. Ready? Watch. Watch me. Ready? Ready? You guys jump with me. Ready? Show them. Show them. Show them. Ready? No? So 18 feet up. That's almost 2 basketball hoops. And they can actually broad jump. I know you guys can do this. Those of you that are a little bit more limber, you can do a broad jump way out there when he's backing up because you only jump into her. Hey, look at it. Look at Heath. Maybe a smell on that branch. So a broad jump of 40 feet. I think there is something there. What's up there? What a nice habitat for these animals, huh? Checking things out. Oh, there is a mouse on top of that tree stump. I can see it. Can you get up there? Let's see what happens. Oh, that's Heath. Oh, you didn't jump all the way up. They did say he was not quite as adventurous on his leaps. He does like to play in the pool, though. And I don't know how you see this all the time, but they say he actually blows bubbles in the water. Heath. That tail, I told you I'd mention that tail again. You can imagine if you're jumping 18 feet up, if you're doing a broad jump from about 40 feet, that tail provides balance, almost acts as a rudder when they're running and chasing prey. As predators, as carnivores. Oh. I thought there was one here. Heath got that one already, Olive. Sorry. Heath already got that one. Well, I tell you what, our keepers, how about that, huh? Amazing enrichment. And not just happening here at Cougar. That hashtag closed but still caring is really, really true. If you look at them, you may not think about these. You may not believe this. These are actually small cats. Yeah, because there's a difference. There's great cats, large cats, and small cats. This is the largest of the small cats. One of the main differences between the large cats and the small cats is in their vocalizations, let alone size, right? But in vocalizations, the small cats cannot roar. Even though one of their names is the mountain lion, these cats cannot roar, but they can purr. She's climbing. Nice. Look at those claws. If Wendy's can show them, the claws are not out as she's walking around now. Their claws are retractable. They can kind of come back up into the paws a little bit. But when they jump like that, we saw it earlier, and she grabbed on when she was grabbing onto the branch over there, the claws can come out and provide that extra traction and grip. If it's a prey item, helps them grab on, hold on to their prey as well. Such a great day at the zoo to watch these guys doing their thing, and how awesome is it we get to share that with you at home, taking care of yourself, staying safe and secure at home. So the small cats again, the mountain lion, the largest of them. We've met the ocelot earlier, also a small cat. Bobcat is coming down the road. We're going to share bobcats with you sometime. Those are small cats. The lion is one of the large cats. And of course, obviously they can roar. I hope some of you are roaring right now at home, or purring. Maybe you're purring to Heath and to Olive. We have a question.
Someone asked if there are mountain lions here in North Carolina.
There are no mountain lions here in North Carolina. Great question. They have been here in the past, but they are considered extinct. Fancy science word for that, extirpated. That's a fancy science word. Extirpated. They were once here and are no longer in this habitat. So mountain lions, cougars, pumas, no longer found here. There are stories sometimes of some that are found in the mountains, but nothing confirmed, and definitely no breeding groups over here. There is a Florida panther, but that's the only mountain lion or cougar species or subspecies type of animal found east of the Mississippi River. Look at her. I can't tell if that's him or her. It looks like her still chewing on that bone. Their diet in the wild is really varied. They'll take anything from a small mouse all the way up to an elk or deer. Deer is a primary prey item. The cougar is an apex predator. There's a science term for you. An apex predator. They're that top predator. They do an important job of controlling the population of their prey items. Oftentimes, they're not taking the strong, the robust animals. Most of the time, they're taking animals a little older. Most of the time, they're taking animals that might even be sick. They're a little bit easier to catch. And even though the cougar is an amazing ambush predator, an amazing pursuit predator, because they can run very, very fast, very well, they're still going to take the easy prey when they can. And a lot of times, those are animals who are a little bit older, can't quite keep up with the group, or obviously can't get away from the claws of the powerful cougar. We have another question.
What's the difference between a bobcat and a mountain lion?
The difference between a bobcat and a mountain lion. We'll start with size. The mountain lion is much larger. For 3, maybe even 4 times the size of a bobcat. Pattern or the coat color is another very good way to tell the difference. You see that beautiful tawny brown, that tan brown color of the mountain lion or the cougar. Bobcats have more of a spotted coat. And we do have bobcats in North Carolina. You will find them in North Carolina. Great question. I'm glad you guys are thinking, what's here and what's the difference between the two? Investigating the ball again. We talked a little bit about the range of these guys, talked a little bit about the habitats of these guys. And they are territorial. They do have their own territories. Can you imagine patrolling a territory 150 square miles? Right? The male's territory can range that wide. Females not quite as long, not quite as big as that. Can you show that little square on the tip of his tail, the base of his tail, Wendy? I didn't know this. This is Heath. Again, Dana was telling us that if you saw that little square on the base of his tail there, the keepers have such a positive relationship through the training that they do that they can actually, that Heath will allow for a voluntary blood draw for blood tests as needed. And that where that little square patch was, that was a little bit covered with fur now, is where they can do that blood draw. So building up the relationships between the keepers and the animals, that positive relationship through positive reinforcement, asking for a behavior, the animal then voluntarily giving that behavior. Amazing they can actually do blood draws without having to anesthetize or put the animals to sleep for a little while. Got a question?
Do they live in packs?
Oh, fantastic question. I love that. Nope, they do not. They are not a pride living animal. You've heard of lion prides, right? Where they have the groups and they have the one male and several females. Cougars are much more solitary than that. Now, you see these two. This is how they grew up together, brother and sister. So this is their group. But in the wild, they are solitary animals. You won't see, except for mating, except for breeding season, you won't see them coming together. I think Heath is taking Olive's rib bone there. All right. I want to show you some really cool crafts that Nikki has put together. I'm not putting my hands in these crafts because my hands won't fit. I'm coming. Did you just sneer at me? Can you see the antler in front of Olive back there? It's an elk antler. Another form of enrichment. I haven't been into it too much today, but it's there. You guys want to see some really cute things? Nikki outdid herself, I believe. Are you kidding me? How cute is that? I'll show you the write-ups for them in a second. Put little Google eyes on them if you wanted to. And it stands up. How about that? And, of course, the tail is very important. There's a tail. Nice job, Nikki. I'll stand it here. And then there's this really cute craft. It's a paper bag. That's a puppet. Here's the hole. I don't know if maybe it'll go in. Oh, Nikki, I don't want to make your craft. Remember, do these guys roar? Do they roar or they purr? Maybe you can put on your own puppet show with cat. Maybe you can have Olive and Heath, and you have Olive jumping up to grab something, and Heath looking around for other things. Nice another little craft that Nikki came up with. And on the event page is the write-up for it. So this is done. So the directions are here. Some really cool pictures of how to do it. Both the puppet craft and the stand-up craft. Cool. We do have a shout out today. One of our keepers from a long time, who's no longer here anymore, Aaron Jesu isn't here, but his son Aiden's birthday is today. So happy birthday, Aiden. It's so good that you're there. Aaron, we do miss you down here, but we know you're doing great things in Detroit. So we're happy to be able to give a shout out to Aiden. This quarantine time is tough, isn't it? Especially with those people having the birthdays. So for all of you guys having birthdays, we're trying to get to some of them. Happy birthday to you during this quarantine period. And I know it's a challenge. So keep your spirits up as much as you can. From the North Carolina Zoo, closed but still caring, we're making sure that the animals are getting all the care they get, all the care that they deserve and that they need. You guys, please remember to stay safe, keep your distance, wash your hands during this time of coronavirus. We hope to see you again soon. We're here back with you Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 o'clock. Hope you tune in again. Again, I'm Steve. We'll talk to you later. Bye all.